Hello again, Ben here from Ben Brumby Coaching. So, today we're going to talk about eccentrics and plyometrics. So one of the misunderstandings that I think a lot of PTs on the internet look at is when they're talking about eccentrics is the jumping and the concentric phase of the contraction, which isn't where the benefit comes from. The benefit comes from the eccentric phase of the muscular contraction. So we can do this in the gym just by slowing down that phase of the contraction. I'm going to use the leg press or the squat today to demonstrate this, and then at the end we're going to move on to like jumping and plyometrics. So let's have a look at the machine that we've got here at the Kemptown studio, where because it's motorized, the joint angles change through the movement, and it allows us to create a seamless concentric to eccentric contraction under tension at all times. Because we don't have gravity, so most of the time squats, back weight squats, leg press, the resistance is coming from gravity, and we're trying to overcome that. But because this is motorized, what happens is that all we're trying to do is create a force. And so as you'll see, let's see, get my legs in here. Pushing out concentrically, and here as the machine comes back, allows us to create an extended force in the eccentric range of motion. So traditionally in a gym, what you might see is two guys on the other side, on either side of a barbell, taking plates off. When it gets down to when a guy doing the squat gets down to the bottom of his range of movement, to allow the person that's doing the exercise to stand back up again. Because our muscles are stronger in the eccentric range of motion, we can create a bigger force and therefore a larger stimulus. So if we're trying to save time, the eccentric contractions are really a godsend to how we contract and how we work out. So obviously not everybody has a motorised strength machine in the gym. It is a specialist bit of kit. So this is how you do it on a traditional leg press. So here on the leg press, sit it up properly. So again, always think about the control of the movement. Make sure you've got the machine set up properly. And if we're trying to focus on the eccentrics, once we've pushed out, which is the concentric phase of contraction, as we're coming back, just really slow it down. Like, you think 20 to 30 seconds in each direction, or on the eccentric phase as come down. And then you can push out faster on the concentric, and then just slow it right down. Keep that control all the way. And then we're really focused on the eccentric. It will allow you to lift a slightly heavier weight, but again, the contraction you're going to get, that burning feeling in your quads or in whichever muscle group you're doing, is going to be tremendous. and you'll be filled with DOMs. Okay, now on to body weight. So here we are, body weight exercises, how to focus on the eccentrics. As we're doing the squat, what you want to do is as you're coming down, core in nice and strong, come down nice and low, thighs always level to the ground, and you can come back up, still control that movement, but as you're coming down, nice and slow. And then you're really focusing on changing how your muscles are contracting. You won't need to do very many reps like this. Oh, beautiful. Okay. That's the last one there. So just slow the movement down as you're lowering your bottom towards the ground. Okay, now for plyometrics. So I was watching another PT on the internet talk about the plyometrics and the jumping, and it is about jumping, but the benefit that comes from the deceleration or the eccentric phase of the contraction. So like if we're jumping, what we really want to do is do a deep level squat so that we're getting, if we're trying to aim for the quads, let's say we're doing box jump, continue focusing on that. So you want to decelerate down as much as you can, yeah, before you explode back up again. Let's have a look at this. Okay. So what you might see traditionally is somebody kind of like jumping just like this. And that doesn't offer much in the way of deceleration for us. So when we jump, we're going to come all the way down. Much hard work. You're going to get much more benefit from it because it's the deceleration and your muscles are contracting eccentrically as they're going down before you put in the explosive power to go back up again. And that is where your benefit comes from. So deep squats, especially on the eccentrics. Now, we're going to do one more section on if you're jumping onto a box, and watch out for that one. Hi, welcome to the final part of Eccentrics and Plyometrics. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a box jump. Now, the height that you're jumping is really irrelevant. I mean, I'm going to put it on the lowest setting because I'm only little. But when we were discussing earlier on the eccentrics, it's about the deceleration phase. So once you've landed, it's about putting in a deep squat to maximise like the eccentric contraction rather than the power output of the concentric phase of the muscular contraction. So in slow time, once I've jumped up, rather than standing up, what I want to do is sit back down again so that my quads are elongating under tension, and that's where we're maximising the effort really on our plyometrics. So step down and bring your bottom down to there as close to your heels as possible when you come back down again, after you jumped up. And if you follow that form of training, you're going to maximise the eccentric contraction rather than just focusing on the jump up, which is just a powerful concentric contraction.